All right, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we are going to break down what might just be the absolute ultimate playground for AR creators this year. We are looking at the CLAD Summer Hackathon hosted by LensList. And look, whether you are a deeply experienced creative technologist or honestly just someone who has a massive imagination but has never written a single line of code in your life, this challenge is designed specifically to completely tear down the traditional barriers to augmented reality development. So I gotta ask you right off the bat, are you ready to build the future of AR? I really love this question because it immediately challenges us to step up. This hackathon is all about rapidly prototyping highly useful spatial experiences for Snap Specs. And the absolute best part? It literally doesn't matter what your current skill level is. Because of the groundbreaking AI tools we're gonna get into today, this is an open invitation for absolutely everyone to jump in and start building. So here's your high-level elevator pitch. The CLAD Summer Hackathon is a 4-week virtual challenge. Across these 4 weeks, there are 4 totally distinct themes, giving you 4 different chances to build, submit, and, actually win. The core objective is to use AI to build spatial experiences that make everyday life more useful, more intuitive, and more creative. It's fast-paced, it's highly focused, and it is entirely powered by next-generation artificial intelligence. Now, before we go a single step further, I want to remove the biggest point of friction that usually stops people dead in their tracks with hardware-focused hackathons. You absolutely do not need the physical spectacles device to participate, to build, or to win in this event. Seriously, all you need is your own creativity, your ideas, and the Lens Studio software. That is the whole shebang. Now, what's really interesting about this next section is the tool you'll actually be using. Let's meet your new co-developer, CLAD. So what exactly is CLAD? You're going to hear this acronym a lot, and it sits at the very heart of this entire hackathon. It's the engine that's going to allow you to build without any of the usual boundaries. CLAD stands for Closed Loop Agentic Development. Yeah, I know, that sounds like a bit of a mouthful, so let's break it down into plain English. In short, it is a suite of intelligent agents and skills that allow AI to autonomously create right inside Lens Studio. Think of it as your personal AI code developer. From writing the code to generating music, it supports the entire development experience, and it is highly optimized for the SPECS platform. To really understand the magic of CLAD, we have to look at its workflow loop. You start at step 1 with a simple prompt. Just literally tell the AI what you want. In step 2, the AI begins to build it for you. Then comes the closed loop part in step 3. Test and fix. The AI will actually test the features, and if it finds errors, it fixes them autonomously until the tests actually pass. It's like having a tireless coworker who actually enjoys debugging. Finally, in step 4, you refine the experience together. It's an ongoing, collaborative conversation between you and the machine. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, okay, but how technical do my prompts actually need to be? Check out this exact example from the source material. Add a shader to make the sphere glow like lava. That's it. You don't need to know the complex math behind shaders or lighting. You just describe your creative vision in plain English, and CLAD gets to work setting up the objects, writing the scripts, and adding the visual effects directly in the studio. So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is this. 0 advanced AR development or coding experience is required. None. That makes it incredibly approachable for first-timers. But if you are an experienced developer, CLAD is still totally for you because it massively accelerates your workflow, letting you explore much more complex ideas in a fraction of the time. Plus, it integrates seamlessly with major AI tools you might already be using, like Claude Code, Codex, and Cursor. All right, moving right along, let's take a look at how this builds across the schedule in Section 2, 4 weeks, 4 themes. August and September are going to be an incredibly fast-paced sprint. The activation is split up into 4 separate week-long hackathons. Each one starts on a Monday morning and wraps up on a Sunday night Pacific time. And the really exciting part, the winners for each week are announced just a few days later on rolling Thursdays. Every single week brings a brand new prompt. Week 1 is Organize, challenging you to build a spatial experience for productivity and planning. Week 2 is Guide, focusing on helping users learn or complete real-world tasks. Week 3, Connect, is all about communication workflows and bringing people together. And Week 4, Create, asks you to build an intuitive spatial tool to help people create faster. Keep in mind, you only need to register once to participate in all 4 weeks, but you do have to submit a brand new project tailored to the specific theme for each week you want to compete in. Okay, let's talk about the part you've probably been waiting for, the weekly prize pool. Yup, $1,000 is on the table for the first place winner. And remember, because this is a 4-week event, that means there are 4 totally separate chances to claim that top spot. But it's not just a winner-takes-all situation. Every single week, they are awarding 3 prizes. First place takes home the grand, second place secures $500, and third place wins $200. With fresh winners chosen every Thursday, the momentum and the opportunities to get rewarded are constantly refreshing. So, how do you actually get your hands on those prizes? Let's get into some tips for winning submissions in Section 4. This brilliantly illustrates exactly where you need to focus your energy. A massive 50% of your score is based entirely on CLAD execution. Judges are looking for how meaningfully and effectively you actually used the AI to build your project. The remaining half is split evenly between user experience, like how intuitive your lens is, and creativity and usefulness, how thoughtful the core idea actually is. Mastering your AI co-developer is quite literally half the battle here. Because that execution makes up half your grade, this brings us to a massive pro tip. Your CLAD prompt log is your absolute secret weapon. Part of your submission requires you to hand over a text file or transcript showing the prompts you used. This is your chance to prove to the judges your ambition, your problem-solving skills, and how effectively you navigated the AI workflow to reach that final product. Do not overlook this step, guys. It's huge. All right, Section 5. Ready, set, build. Let's talk about how you can actually join the fray right now. The path to getting started is completely frictionless. Step 1, head over to LensList and fill out the registration form. And again, one registration covers the whole month. Step 2, download Lens Studio, making sure you have version 5.22 or later installed so everything works smoothly. Step 3, set up your SBX project and connect your AI of choice, whether that's Claude Code, Codex, or Cursor. As you're building through the week, please keep this final checklist handy so you aren't scrambling on Sunday night right before the deadline. Your submission absolutely must include a public link to your project repository, a demo video walking through your spatial experience and its features, that all-important CLAD prompt log we just talked about, and a brief project description explaining how your build fits the weekly theme. Which leaves us with just one final question to close out this explainer. What spatial experience are you going to build with AI? The barrier to entry has literally never been lower. The tools have never been smarter, and the potential to create something genuinely useful is just massive. It's time to open up Lens Studio, start talking to your new AI co-developer, and build the future. Happy hacking, everyone!